We're going to start with the skin prep. What we need to do is we need to make sure that your skin is moisturized, and we're going to be using a moisturizer. Okay, once we're nice and moisturized, we're going to then put our foundation on. What I like to use is I like to use a sponge that has been wet and wrung out. And what I found to be the best for any of the competition makeup or even performance for foundation is the Rimmel long-lasting 24-hour foundation. And you can use multiple colors. For the competitions that are done in the gyms, I do like to use a lighter one than when it's actually stage lights. And if it's stage lights, I'll use one that's a little darker. So I will first start by putting a small amount on our sponge, and then I will start at the corner of the eye, and this should do about half of her face since we wet the sponge. I feather it out towards the jawline too. And again, it's called foundation so you can get a good foundation for a good skin, so you can actually see what their face is going to look like on stage or under lights. So they do have color, and also so makeup ends up staying on. I end up using a very small amount on the eyelid as well, so we can make sure that our eyeshadow ends up popping. And that's very important, is to make sure that the eyeshadow is there so you can see your dancer or cheerleader out there performing. Without putting on the foundation as your prep, it ends up going on very lightly, and when you are far away or under the lights, it washes them out. This isn't a way to make them look over made up. It's just a way to go ahead and make sure that the makeup can be seen in a way that the girl, your dancer, can be recognized with eyes and facial features. Okay, so we can finish up, of course, blending this in and feathering it out down the jawline and across, and of course this evens out the skin tone as well. Then what I also like to utilize is a powder, which I use another Rimmel product, Stay Matte, and it is a long-lasting powder, and I've come to find that we haven't had to reapply at an all-day competition, which is very nice. And I utilize a big powder brush to get this on. Next, what I like to do is I do like to utilize the blush. Now this is the blush that comes in your makeup kit, and I utilize a nice little blush brush. And again, this is so we can see them. And I have my dancer smile. Start on the apple of the cheek and feather it out. Okay, and the blush is done. Then the next thing that we're going to do is the eyes. Again, I do utilize the sponge along with putting the foundation on the eyelid, so we have a nice foundation for that. What we are doing right now, I like using different brushes than what comes in the kit. What comes in the kit you can utilize, or you can also go to Walmart and get 2 brushes, $1 each. They're e.l.f. products. One is this one. It's a nice stiffer brush that can be utilized. And then this one is a contouring brush, and it's a little softer. Okay, and now we're going to start with the eyes. You have 3 colors. You have your light, and then there's the silver, and then a charcoal. What we're going to do is we're going to first take and utilize our flat brush. It's a little stiffer, and we will also be using a contour brush. So with our flat brush, we're going to load by patting, load the brush with the light color. Go ahead and tap it to get some of the excess off, and we're going to pat it on our eyelid all the way to our brow. This is going to cover the whole eyelid. Okay, same flat brush we're going to put on our silver, again patting it and taking off, flicking off our excess. And this time it's going to go from your lash line into your crease.
This will be easy to sell just because of its size. They've got an awesome look. For them to sell them to me all in one bundle, I was happy. I mean, you're keeping some of this stuff for your shop. Like here's a, looks like plays or something. No, I mean, I buy it actually for the legs. Okay. Hey, Steve, can you tell me a story on this? I don't know where that came from. I've had it for a while. But just because he's taking architectural stuff out of those doesn't mean he's not taking other things out there. It's kind of a nice little spot out here. We're going to have the brochures on the side. I told you about the different types of fasteners and advertising cabinet for this.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is, using our contour brush, we're going to roll it in the charcoal, tapping off the excess. This time we're going to start on the outside corner, and we're going to roll in the circle in on the crease, then down towards our lash line, across the crease, into the lash line. And then we're going to take a small brush and we're going to blend it out and get excess off. So we have no stragglers. Again, what we do is we start in the corner, circle, and into the crease. Circle down into the lash, making a V.
He's dealing in architectural style, but he does have some advertising. He's got pieces to a Vespa. What's the GL on this?
Okay. As you can see, it is accenting her eyes. Next, we're going to be lining the eye. And I prefer utilizing a liquid liner, but we will go ahead and we will line with two different liners today. One, if you want to just utilize the pencil that is in your makeup pack with the mascara, you can utilize that, and we'll be using that one. And then the other is a liquid liner if you want to use that. I like it. It's darker and it's cleaner looking. You will need a brush, and then you would need liquid liner. That's something that you would have to buy in addition. For utilizing the eyeliner that comes in your pack, what I suggest is with a new pack, you go ahead and you take and get the waxy surface that comes on it off. So you take a paper towel and you, at an angle, rub until you start, of course, getting color. Now what I do is I have my dancer close her eyes, and I will hold a little tot at the corner, so placing my thumb and holding it, and from the corner I at the lash line, small lines across your lash line.
Maybe the better question is, why do you have that insurance company? Liberty Mutual new car replacement will replace the full value of your car. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance. She inspires you. No question about that.
Once you're done, I have the dancer open, and we do what we call tight lining. And we open the eye, look up, and on the inside corner, we add eyeliner just to tight line it just a bit. Add a slight little wing to it. And now what I would like to do is the liquid liner to show you how to line with that. Again, I use liquid liner. It's in a pot, and comes. I take my brush, and as you can see, it is beveled, and I put it straight in, and I dab to load my brush, and it's loaded. And I do about the same thing. I have the dancer close her eyes. I hold it a little taut, and right at the lash line, I do small strokes, connecting lines across. Okay. And then I do the same thing, and I tight line it. Have her open her eyes, look up, and I connect the last line in. Finishes up that line. And now we're going to do the glitter before we do the mascara, because of course the glitter will stick in the mascara. Now, since this is the senior team makeup, the one thing that I would suggest is if you do have any type of light eyebrows like we do here, I would suggest going ahead and lightly tracing your brow. And the way that you would want to do that is to get a eyebrow pencil, and you want to go with not too dark of a color, but then one that's dark enough. So let's say like Zia here, she has black eyebrows, and I would actually go with a black brown brush or color. So what we do is we'll sharpen our pencil, and then we take, and with an eyebrow there is a measurement. So you want your eyebrow to start right from where your nose has the crease, and then you want it to end right where you take your you use the nose again and you go all the way out. And then your arch should be right about, if you were to do the same thing and you have your pupil looking straight ahead, and you line your pencil up with the pupil, and so her arch should be right about here. What you want to do is you want to lightly outline what you want as an eyebrow. And then you lightly just kind of shade it in. And if you get an eyebrow pencil like mine here that has a brush, the brush is going to help you blend in the rest of the pencil so it doesn't really look like you've penciled in eyebrows. So we have that now. Again, this is to help recognize that there is a face on the stage. Okay, now we're going to do the glitter. And this is, of course, in your kit. You have your glue, and then you have your glitter, and you're going to need your brush that comes in your kit. And as you can see, mine has glitter on it, and it's because there's been glue that's been old glue in it. Now when you do take your glue out, you're going to have quite a bit on there, so you're going to tap a little bit off on the inside. And you're going to start where it thins out, and you're going to brush to the end of the eyebrow. And you're going to make that area a little bit thicker as you come to the outside. So it's actually going to be opposite of what your eyebrow is doing. Now, you let your glue set just for a little bit. It says about 30 seconds. And then you take your glitter and you load your brush. And then you have your dancer close her eyes, and through this whole process her eyes need to stay closed so she doesn't get glitter in her eyes. And you push the glitter into the glue. As you can see, there's quite a bit of excess glitter, and if you get that blending brush and you then go ahead and sweep the excess glitter off. Okay, and now we have our glitter. Now, next is going to be our mascara. And we load our brush, unroll it, and you bring it out, and that's all you do to load your brush. Then you have your dancer look at your mascara. You bring their eye at half mast, and you kind of scrub it on and out. So back and forth and out. And what that does is that lifts your eyelashes up and away from the eye. See? We have our eyelashes up and out. This is going to be done twice for 2 coats of mascara. So then we do our lower lash, where we just lightly brush those lower lashes, and again it's done twice to have 2 coats. And there we have our 2 coats of mascara. Next we have the lips, and we do have the lip pencil that came in the kit. It is a lip stain, however it does come off. So with costume changes, I wouldn't recommend this. What I actually recommend is getting something outside of the kit, and it's this L'Oreal Infallible, and it's number 740 Pomegranate, which is basically the same color as that lip pencil. If you are going to utilize the lip pencil, what you want to do is you want to line the lip and then shade it in, and then have your girl go ahead and of course put their lips together just lightly, and then blot just a little bit after that. I do want to show this one. It is a 2-part step. You have part 1, the color, and then 2, that's a conditioner and set. Again, this ends up where it stains the lip and it doesn't come off once it's set. So during costume changes, you're not going to end up with any lip stick on the costume. As well as this doesn't come off when they are snacking or drinking.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to put stuff like
Go ahead. Okay. And then you wait until it gets a little tacky. And once it gets pretty tacky, you then use 2, which is a conditioner, and you place it on, and it conditions and sets it.
You pickle them, Dad. Don't have to be pickled. Oh.
And there you have your competition makeup.